I'm live. Good. I like being live. Okay. Today's stream is, well, basically, I did this on Wednesday on StreamYard with the same topic. Okay. What is a Dybbuk Box? Well, there's a lot of controversy as to what it is, especially on YouTube and that. But going by the history behind these things, well, first of all, I just want to clarify what is a Dybbuk. Okay. Well, the word Dybbuk, okay, is from the Hebrew, okay, which means to cling, to adhere, or to attach. Okay. Now, are Dybbuk boxes real? Well, some people say yes, some people say no. But with the research that I've done, and also people with different experiences, especially on YouTube, okay, people have actually got hold of Dybbuk boxes from eBay, from Amazon, all kinds of places, and now Dybbuk boxes don't necessarily have to be a wine cabinet. Okay, I've seen some Dybbuk boxes that have been wine cabinets, they've been jewelry boxes, they've been, to me, look like cigar boxes, and that. Now, the one interesting thing I found with these boxes, once people get hold of them, okay, is they're completely sealed in wax. Now, I know a lot of people have asked, why are these things sealed in wax? Well, it's a symbolic seal, okay? Like, back in the 1800s, when a person in government or a lawyer, anything that has to do with legal, okay, when they go to send a letter from point A to point B, okay, they seal the letter. What they would do is they would light a candle, usually a red candle, allow so many drops onto the envelope, okay, and then take it what is known as an official legal seal and put a stamp in it, okay, which would mean that anyone was to break that seal, they'd be breaking the law because that was a legal seal. Okay, well, on a Dybbuk box, it's very similar, except it's not a legal seal. Okay, it's a what do you call it? A spiritual seal, and that, or a something that's symbolic for once you put it in, it can't come out. Okay, now it doesn't mean it's a physical seal because wax can be broken, but if you seal the box with wax while doing an incantation, and that, well, that's known as a spiritual seal, and basically, sure, a physical person can open it, but a spirit person or a demon cannot. That's the reason why there are a lot of mediums, when they get hold of a Dybbuk box, and that they know that whatever's inside, okay, that box has now become a prison. Okay, now what's inside is controversial as to if there's anything at all inside. Okay, well, from what I've experienced, okay, with a Dybbuk box, a good friend of mine has a Dybbuk box, Derek Green, who's a professional psychic medium, so he knows all about the Dybbuk box and all that kind of stuff. Well, from what I picked up on, okay, was we know that there's no demon inside, not that I'm aware of, but that there is a spirit person inside, okay, and this spirit person was not a good person. It was a very evil person. Now, this person either had a demonic influence or demonic attachment, okay? So there's a demon's nature okay, inside this thing. And that now I found out that the person inside the box, okay, is a witch, okay, and there are links with the witches of the Pendle Hill witch trials of the 1600s. Well, we believe that there's a bone inside. I picked up on a bone. Derek picked up on a bone. There's a bone inside, amongst other things. Okay, and this bone belonged to a witch. Okay, and so far since Derek's got hold of this box, nobody has opened it. It's remained sealed shut with wax. Now, it's not just the wax that's holding that's on the box. Okay, it's sealed completely, but there's also symbols, incantations, and stuff like that on the box, which I think is a holding spell or something, and that. So basically, the stuff that's on the box basically is a protective spell or a protective incantation. And that to keep the whatever's inside, it can't come out. And that, but there's still a lot of people out there that, because they don't understand what a Dybbuk box is, that they love the challenge, they love the thrill. Hey, brother, they love the thrill of thinking, oh, well, whatever's inside can't be that bad. I've seen some people open up these boxes, regardless of if they're real or not. They think, I don't really care. I'll open it up, see, I'm curious. Well, some of them, they open it up, and then next thing you know, weird things start happening around their house. And I was thinking, now that you let the thing out, what next? And that now there's one YouTuber, I'm not mentioning his name, that he did do one thing that I was quite impressed of, is before he opened it, he got hold of an EMF meter, both the kind with the lights and a digital one, okay? And what he did was he held both meters to the box within about half an inch from the box, and these meters went bananas. Like, there was no power source under the table. There were no power sources, so there was no reason for these meters to go off. Okay, but these meters did just a little flicker. These meters went absolutely bananas. Okay, like a full reading. Okay, the one meter, it went all the way to the red. The other one, it went up to 5 times higher than it used to, and that. So basically, he held both meters to the box. The meters went absolutely ballistic. He put the meters up to the side, and they thought, oh, that's interesting. I wonder if there's something electrical inside. Because don't forget that, as we know, all spirit, okay, that we're all made of energy, okay, spirit energy, okay, and all energy has an electrical magnetic field, okay, and when you get those meters near that, they're going to react, okay. Well, guess what? He opened it up, and guess what? After he opened the box up, he got the hold of the meters, and he put the meters next to the box again, nothing. And I thought, the reason why you're not getting a reading from your meters now is because whatever was inside the box has been released. So he took the 1 meter, he went all the way around, and that, like he was sitting on the couch, and he held the meter behind the couch, and guess what? The meter went bananas. And he checked to see if there's any outlets or anything. No outlets. What was the source of the electromagnetic disturbance? And that, so I thought, oh, that's interesting. At least he showed the scientific part about, holding the meter to the Dybbuk box before and after he opened it. And that, now, why they're using different kinds of boxes to make Dybbuk boxes, that I don't get. But then again, there's more than one person that that has sealed these things up. But the most popular one, okay, is, now most of you would know the story behind the woman who got hold of a cabinet from an estate sale and went to give the box to her mother for her birthday. She owned a furniture shop. And that, well, apparently there was something in the box that belonged to a lady that was a survivor of the Jewish Holocaust. Okay, which, by the way, was World War II. And now this lady, she was adamant about, okay, here's a box, never ever open it. This box has seen so much death, it must stay sealed shut. Well, guess what? That guy ignored. The lady that bought the box, took it back to her furniture shop. She wanted to clean it up, so she opened it. And I thought, oh man, her mother had a massive stroke. Her lease got terminated on her shop for no reason. And now she's just trying to get rid of it. She did eventually get rid of it. But I thought, but there's someone on YouTube, I'm not giving any names, and there's someone on YouTube that actually said that the Dybbuk Box did not come from any of that. That a YouTuber invented the Dybbuk Box. They invented it to sell it on eBay to make money. And I was thinking, guess what? Dybbuk Boxes go way further back, even before YouTube was even made. Like, we're talking prior to World War II. So it's well over 50 years old. Okay. And YouTube is only, 20 or 30 years or something like that. So the person on YouTube that said that there was a YouTuber that came up with the word, made the box, they're making all kinds of boxes to make money. Okay, that's a myth. Okay, that's not true whatsoever. Okay, because some of these boxes didn't even come from North America. They came from over in Europe, and at least some of them did. Now, how many Dybbuk boxes are out there? I don't know. I'd say many. And people are so fascinated by these things, they're ignoring the warnings and think, oh, it's a real challenge. You don't want me to open the box up? I challenge you. What do? They open them up. And I thought, how can people be so spiritually blind? But anyway, that's my opinion. And but yeah, I've been doing a ton of research in Dybbuk boxes and that. Not only because, to find out what Dybbuk means, but what basically is Hebrew for, like I said, to adhere, to cling, or to attach. Okay, but also for people that are victims of these demons, these negative energies, and that the things they experience, like personally, are not good. Like usually, like the lady that bought the wine cabinet from that estate sale when she owned that furniture shop, well, her and her family members experienced the same the same nightmare of walking with her best friend down the pathway, and when that lady turned to her friend's face, at first it was her friend, then her friend's face changed to this ugly, old, wicked-looking hag. And this old hag started to beat her to a pulp, beat her up. So when she woke up, she was covered in bruises. Now how can that, and you can't say that you beat yourself up in your sleep. Not to that extent, unless you're having a fit. And that, but to me, it's something that's a little unnerving when you hear about stuff like that. So that's why, to anybody that gets a hold of the Dybbuk Box and you want to get rid of it, okay, whatever you do, okay, if you want to get rid of your Dybbuk Box, okay, for those who do not open it and they don't like it, okay, my suggestion is to bury it. But don't bury it on your property, okay? Do not do that. Go somewhere way far away dig a big hole, okay, and place it in it, okay, and either put a, no, this is what I would do, other mediums would do it differently, and that is put a crucifix on top, pour holy water on top of the box, and then put sea salt on top, plus put sea salt around the box. That way the Dybbuk is definitely not only trapped from getting out, but they cannot go through the sea salt because it's a natural defense. Okay? And they cannot leave the box, and if they did get out of the box, they cannot leave that salt circle. And then once you get that done, fill the hole in with dirt, no markers, and for goodness sakes, don't tell anybody where you buried it. Don't tell anybody. Okay? That way it's forgotten. And because if someone knows where you buried it, they're going to think, oh, I wonder if he might have forgotten some. I think I better dig it back up again. No. In fact, the best thing to do is to have no record of you ever burying it. But it doesn't stop there. You got to make sure that you're fully cleansed, okay, sage, okay, and go to a medium and ask them, do I have any attachments? Because you got to make sure that you're spiritually clear. Because if you have an attachment, burying that box is only half the battle. But if you take care of your spiritual self, okay, if you're cleansed, you got good positive energy around you, there's no attachments, okay, you got lucky. Okay, because some people, well, they open up the box, they close the box, and that they do the same thing, but you might still have an attachment. So sometimes, especially if the Dybbuk is no longer in the box, if it's now attached to you, and that best thing to do is to, before you bury it, okay, bring in what I heard one person do is they brought in a white witch. They cleansed the house, they cleansed the person, and then they actually got the Dybbuk back into the box, reseal the box, and then do the burying part. Make sure that you are fully saged. You got no attachments. Okay, it'll take longer, but in the long run, you'll be more spiritually safe. And because after all, you can have an attachment and not even know it, and that can be spiritually harmful and also mentally harmful as well. So I'd say if you want to bury it, okay, and if you want to get rid of it, bury it with the five. Like always have the box in a new tomb kind of thing, an underground tomb. That kind of idea. But there's one thing, never, ever, ever do with a Dybbuk box when it comes to disposing of it. Never, ever burn it. The reason why behind that is because if you get rid of the box, if you put it into the barbecue, cover it in lighter fluid, and burn it up, well, guess what? The Dybbuk is still free, and now it's got nowhere to go. Guess what? You're the new host. So by burning it, it's kind of like burning down your house. If you burn down your house, where are you going to live? It's the same thing like you have nowhere to go to. It's the same with the Dybbuk when it comes to the box. If you burn it, that's it. It has nowhere to go. It's got to find a new box. So basically, it's like, to me, it doesn't make any sense. But yet I've seen one YouTuber actually do that. They actually burnt the box. I can't even begin to guess what's going to happen to them. But anyway, like I said, the live stream that I did on Wednesday, I'll put a link in the description below, along with all the groups that I'm part of, which is SWYPT, Derek Green Psychic Medium, and White Rose Paranormal Investigators. All three, the two teams, SWYPT and White Rose, both they're sister groups. They're both professional, and both myself and my soul brother Nicky, both of us work for them. When we do our spiritual service with them, and 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 in case you want to know that I knew Nikki from a past life, by the way, and him and I share the same guide, and that in fact it's Jeffrey that got me into this, because he wants me to, share with others, of what I know. And goodness knows I've learned a lot. So all credit to Nikki and all credit to Jeffrey, for putting me on this beautiful spiritual journey, which I absolutely I put my 100% into it because I adore it. And I adore my paranormal family. So anyway, I shopping to do. So I believe the team might be out today and tomorrow, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that. But if you want to join the SWYPT group, the Derek Green Psychic Meeting group, and the White Rose group, I highly encourage you to do so. In fact, I invite you. And I think it'll be in the SWYPT group that they'll do postings and stuff as to what they're all going to do and all their plans are. And that should be quite amazing. And that. So anyway, people, bless you for joining me. Bless you, Nikki, for joining me. And then I love doing this. I love all you. And for those who haven't seen my channel before, and that if you like the contents that I'm doing, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm still trying to get it to grow, and that I'm really thrilled at how it's gone so far. And it's really cool. So anyway, gotta get going. So God bless everybody. Love and light. Hope you learned something, because goodness knows I did. So anyway, gotta go. God bless.